Okay, this is Joanne. She is our charge nurse for all of our clinics. She takes care of everything that needs to be taken care of in the nursing department, from our patient care techs to our nurses to schedules to problems to, there's probably 1,000 other things that I'm not naming, but you know.
Yeah.
And we're very, very grateful to have you. Seriously, thanks. I know you don't like talking on camera. I don't like talking on camera either. Well, okay, I do, but you don't. So we're going to talk a little bit about what happens to someone when they come into our organization, how we take them through the process, and how they become a team member of Healthcare Express. So first thing that happens when somebody gets hired is they go through orientation, right? What does that mean?
Orientation is, of course, all the paperwork. They get everything, all the legalities, and like HIPAA training. They know the background of our company, kind of what they're coming in for.
If you put a person through orientation, when they come out, what's the most important thing you hope they learned when they went through orientation?
What our company's about.
That's what I think too.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, we have to put them through the other stuff. We have to do the legal stuff. But at the end of the day, I'm hoping they come out and say, this is a fit for me or it's not a fit for me. Right? The only thing worse than hiring somebody we don't want is they don't want to be there.
Exactly.
And we've had that. Everybody's had that. And so if you own a company, I think that's part of what you're looking for. How long does our orientation process normally take?
It's a 10-day program.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that, and I own the company. It's really 10 days.
10 days.
What does the 10 days consist of?
The first 5 days is in the background. They don't see a patient until the second week of orientation.
What are they doing in the background?
First day, they get to know our EMR system.
Okay.
They go through dummy patient after dummy patient until they know it like the back of their hand.
So they have it down.
Yeah. They basically from the inside out. So we teach them. So
nice. Okay, so that's the first 5 days. Nobody knows they're there. They're in the basement, so to speak, of the clinic. And then the next 5 days is what? Coming out and actually learning with somebody?
They're shadowing the PCT or a lab tech, kind of getting the flow. They know the EMR by this point, but they don't know how we address patients and how that flow goes.
Okay.
So they kind of.
And for those who don't have one, what is EMR?
It's electronic medical records.
Right. I was thinking that I know what it is, but I was thinking I bet there's some people who don't have an EMR, so they don't know what that means. So they get to know our systems essentially. They get to know how the front desk works, how the nursing part works. Okay, and then they go into what we call our Preceptor program. Right. Briefly describe what that is.
They know that they have 1 day of just full lab. They know how to open the lab. They know how to do every lab test that we do in-house. They learn send-out labs. They learn, for some that have never experienced, they learn how to draw blood on that day.
Wow.
It's usually a 2-day process in the lab.
Okay.
We also do a brief couple hours in the billing company, so they kind of know the reasons why they are charting the way they are.
Which is a great idea.
Procedures.
I should make my doctors do that.
You should.
I really should.
It helps.
Okay. Procedures. What kind of procedures do they learn?
How to set up for a suture tray, how to suture removal.
EKG?
EKG. Everyone.
Splints?
Yeah, they learn every procedure that we do. We take a full afternoon and show them just as how it's done, but then during the shadowing they actually go through the procedures.
So if I'm starting the Preceptor training, how long does it take me essentially from beginning to end?
You have 1 day of orientation. It's orientation and HIPAA training, which is 1 full day, and then after that point, it's 10 full days.
Okay, and that includes Is that just orientation, or does that include the Preceptor program as well?
The 10 days?
Yeah.
Essentially, it's 11 days.
Okay, including all that. So that's where they learn all the procedures. They learn everything like that. Okay, so now I'm trained. Now I get to start seeing patients, right? Or I get to start helping practitioners see patients, and then how do you keep them up to date as time goes on?
We have a monthly staff meeting in which we all meet, the nursing staff meet, and kind of keep them updated on what any changes that we have or anything that they might be slacking on, to kind of keep them on their toes, basically, with that.
So we're fairly established. We have multiple clinics. We're doing a franchising program. But for the new guy out there, he's just starting up. He's only got 5 people working for him. What would you say? Here's the best way to train your new people. Would you put them through an orientation like we're doing and just kind of do it in-house by themselves?
Okay. I would.
So where would you go if you didn't know, you're a new guy, never owned an urgent care before, to find that information?
We have a website, Healthcare Express Online University.
Wow. I'm learning more than you are in this meeting. I really am. So that's pretty cool. So this has been a process for us. And what I would tell an urgent care owner, a doctor who's starting urgent care, anybody who's starting urgent care is, you don't have to have it all in place in day one. We certainly didn't have it all in place in day one. What I would tell somebody is, what can I do today to make it a little bit better than it was yesterday? In other words, how my good friend Keith Cunningham always says, how can I kick the can? Just kick the can down the road and get a little bit better tomorrow than we were today. What is the best way to do that? What is the best? Where do you start? What would you start with?
As far as the training?
Yeah, what would you, if you were going to train your first person today, we'd never had an urgent care before, you were starting to do urgent care, and you say, all right, here's where we're going to start. How would you start the process?
Probably learn from somebody that's done it before.
Okay. So you have somebody, you're obviously going to hire somebody who's already has some skills, and then when you bring in somebody, you'll train them with some new skills. Good. All right. That was exciting. Anything else you want to add?
I think that's it.
Anything else, any other nursing advice you can give to the charge nurses out there who are having trouble with their employees?
Good luck.
All right. Thank you.